Hey, chickadees, good morning. Happy Saturday. It's a long weekend. We're here. We were on last night and we're on again today. Hey, Vendris. Welcome in. Good to see you again. Get going. I am, well, one, I got some delicious Mexican torta about to be delivered. There's incredible fog out here, making it so hard. I took some pictures earlier, but it's like where you can't even see beyond about 40, 50 feet. Um, uh, I've been I think I think I saw some, and thanks for alerting me. I went ahead and worked on some stuff on Discord, but other than that, so I saw some stuff and took care of it. I appreciate it. Um, but I've been mainly I was at work. Oh, so getting back in, but appreciate the offers and stuff. Of course, definitely alerting. I realized there was more. I saw that I didn't realize that one thing was there, so I took it out. That was good. Oh, here we go. We are looking. Need to do alerts, but we're doing a Coda last minute thing and trying to see where we can rank. We've got one more upgrade purchase. Trying to drop to fourth. I was at second. I don't know that I'm going to get to fourth. Let me see. Pull this trigger on this one more upgrade and let's see what's going on. Here we go. Ship upgrade. Yeah, we're staying fourth. Okay, I was afraid of that. Well, I didn't. Um, and I was working this morning on. I was working this morning on the internet, and getting the router sorted because it is being finicky. So, but I got it working. Well, I mean, it was working, but then it was giving bad results. So, um, okay, so we are going to end up at fourth or fifth. Um, Probably fourth. Thought we were going to at least get third and be able to compete for second. That's what it looks like. We're out of things. I did realize that I could go. One of the things I did, um, I'll show you guys, is I went this morning. I've been up a little too early. I blew all my solo outposts and my elite outpost things, of which I had a whole bunch of them, and I can't do them. I mean, I just do a little bit of solo, and I just spent them and didn't even do them. But I spent and it brought me from like 50th place to where I am was battling for fourth. So that ended up working out pretty well. So we'll see in the next 6 minutes what goes on here. My food was just dropped off. We're still doing notifications here, and I need to grab my food. It's at my house. I'm gonna go find out. Remind me to do notifications. We haven't even started that because I'm just getting going. But I'll be right back. You spent all, yeah, the elite. Yeah, I spent all my elite as well, and they gave good points because I'm like, well, I can't do any of those anytime now, so maybe I'll get them later. And I was like, but that worked. That was helpful. So I'll be right back. All right, so we got that. Let me do the notifications. Here, I haven't even sent off my tweets. I'm just on YouTube and Twitch today. So I'm trying to watch some of that. Okay. Am I doing this? Eruption. Add it down in the house. Shazam. Getting the notifications going. Real early for me. And thank you for all the emotes there. We will be playing some Fallout later. I just have this delicious. I got an agua fresca, a fresh. I'll show you. Mango, very fresh mango agua fresca, which I will drink some of and save and dole it out later and mix it with stuff. And this incredible Mexican torta. This place in the barrio that is superb. So let me see here. Just getting all our stuff going on for like live chats and promotions. It is the long weekend streams. They did start. Well, they started. They started yesterday, I guess. You finishing your first cup of coffee? Yes. That's right. You're going to be working on your computer today. I was working on my router and connection this morning before going to make sure, hopefully, it works well after all that rebooting, speed checking, and all that. Got it to a good place. Sorry. I'm not going to die. All right. Oh, that's why. I don't. Never mind. I'm really behind on stuff, but we're gonna. I was trying to take third or second in this coda today, but it's gonna be fourth unless I get bumped further. So unfortunately, so that's a bummer. But I mean, it's a lot better than. And that was by burning the elite and normal outpost things because I was just like outposts. I'm like, yeah, I could do them. I don't feel like doing them right now. So I was like, I'll get them back. I wasn't worried about the elite stuff too much. There, I'm putting the Twitch link in like YouTube and stuff so people can find that. And got that going on. Let's get the Discord notifications. And we'll just see what we got. And we'll take a look at this torta. Again, I woke up too dang early. But yesterday I was up from like 4 a.m. and then long day at work. You need to make that second cup. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm just doing notifications, dropping them in on the Discords to places where things are promoted. Again, let your alliance mates know we're live, all that stuff. Bring people in to hang. Be helpful. What are they doing down there? Alright, there's several Discords where we let people know. Have friends, acquaintances, or folks who are kind enough to try to allow for promotion of the stream and stuff. Small small streamer woes. You need to get your views and all that stuff. Places where you're recognized or key. I'm gonna see what's going on here in a second. Dang, is that almost all of them? Almost. Almost all. And the final. Alright, I think we've got all those locations, all that stuff done. Okay. There another... People have been running these like crazy yesterday, but... Let's see. 6! I got bumped. You saw me, I was up to 4th. I had bumped down to 6. That sucks. Gotta wait on this load. You can hear the ASMR. They're wrapping kind of like wax paper. This torta. These things are huge. So often you end up eating half of them. Try to hand for scale. 6 is not too bad. I did 26. Yeah, well, I was in the running for 2nd. So after a while, but you know, the last jumpers really hit me hard. But I was like, oh, let me push. I was like, do I save a little so I get more SMS stuff today? Or, you know, I mean, it was only on chips, so. Let me see. Might have been some of the folks in my alliance doing that, Ona. Actually, we'll let them know we're live. They're just in Discord. All right, let's see here. Discord, don't switch into them. And back in here while we kind of wait on that annoying thing. Hopefully it won't. I'm just wondering who sniped me. Right here. Okay, well, one of my members really jumped. Okay, but they really jumped. And then, okay, well, that's acceptable. I mean, ish. All right. Okay. All right, so since this is spend in general, I'm learning this because and we did coda, and you know, there's a it's a subtle when you're reading. If you got to make sure you're paying attention because it's like this one is just materials. I'm used to material spins, but it's like materials on ships, materials on research, materials on buildings, you know, and that kind of thing. And I caught some of it some of the time, and then other times I'm like, oh, let me spin this because that's going to help, right? And I want to do that, and then it's like, oh shit, it wasn't that. It was that was a building, not a research, or you know, all those different things. So this one is just spin. This is the wrap up for I guess 2 days on that. Anything we can spare. Well, we've seen this porta. Now I got they have different ones, and this one I got the Hawaiian. We're trying the Hawaiian. There's ham and some different Mexican cheeses. Of course, it's got all kinds of spices, and it has pineapple. And I said, add some bacon. Let's have ham and bacon. So, you know, on this special torta bread, and there's like avocado and onions and jalapenos, and I think a little bit of mayo and stuff. Not too much, which I would not like. Let's see here. But, oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm trying to, yeah. But yes. Yeah, we got some mods. Alright, let's see. So hostile hunt, that's no biggie. I gotta wait for this to resolve before I can come back to it. Anyway, we know spend. Finally spend general. Feature events. What are they throwing? Any throwing? Just hostiles? Looks like just hostiles. Okay. I've not been doing them. I didn't do the Suliban ones. Things I usually just die. Killed one successfully. Until I get the Reliant, I guess. We're not worried about that. There shouldn't be anything in here, I don't think. Just blew all those things, but I didn't actually take over any out. I just blew them for the purposes of the coda. So, so I doubt that even contributes. So, all right, Transigen. What is? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna jump back to the tickets in a minute, but Transigen minor. Okay, we know we need that. Transigen X fine. Why is it? It's my SLB. Okay. We know we need to actually. I was getting close to needing to do this. Mine. That's the alliance one. I mean, we shall. We'll mine some. We'll mine some of both. We'll be grinding. Future rebirth is the same. Cosmic cleanup is normal. Daily events, and we'll come back to the tickets. Still pushing this up to 15 billion to lock it, along with the triple lock. Little mining, little ship, little SLB on this. I did Lorca during the event. The little of Lorca I could do. So, now let's look at those tickets. Alright, so we're going to finish off the Gorn and the Domination, which we'll do eventually. We were going to pull everything, so assuming I have enough tickets, which I should from all the backlogging I did over, like, last year. This, I need to mine this stuff anyway, because I haven't. Alright, general. We're doing all of them so that we can get a little blue ticket on Monday when we stream as well. Alright. So, might as well take this. I don't need to kill feds, but fine. We'll pop over here with him. Let him blow up the few that we need to that are. It's fed ones. It's not the ones I want to kill, but it won't kill our fed rep. Hmm. I'll get some more coffee after a little bit. So we know this one needs some rescuing, so we'll do that. The other one will actually, let's pop him over to get some of that ore. Aside from needing the ore, we are now going to do the event. All right. Damage time during flight. Let's. Just got a bit of the jalapeno. Loot crew on Cube. You received more CD. Well, that makes sense. I'm just although that I forget what I'm even using. What am I using? Oh, this was I'm just using my Armada crew because they were out there for Armadas. Um but yeah. And I usually do because I usually use the Picard one. Picard group. Enterprise Picard, all that. But I've been stacking up on this much because I can only kill 58s right now. I mean with the beam until I get the next boost. But I need to you gotta kill like seven for a daily. Although I may have done enough Armadas that it doesn't matter. For me it's 58 on above. So let's look. Okay, that's already done, so that's good. That's part of what I was just like, oh, I better do that before I'm not thinking about it. Of course, 5 of 10, 5 of 11. I hit this button already. Try to get it to update. Oh yeah, that's shit. All right, yeah, let's exit. Picard Int and Garrett and 5 on MBD. Yeah, Beer Kim. Oh, you go full loot. Guys usually use Int Picard, and then I've been using Beer, but if I'm not using them on somewhere, I get all these people are so many places. Sometimes there's like a place where I really want them more importantly. I want them on multiple ships, but depends on what I'm doing. Data mining complete. Oh, you're working on your BB. Oh, for that baby account you have, I assume. Right, I am not hurting for technological distinctiveness. I haven't needed it in so long. So, but now oh, shit. See, we've got a tear. All right, hold on. Fix that on the screen on the stream. There you go. It's cleaned up. A lot easier to fix on Star Trek than when I'm playing Fallout. It does not cooperate. So different. Well, he's moved on. I thought I only had one. So, let's see. Move this. I thought it only had 100, which I expected it to be more, but I was like, all right. And it might actually have been showing weirdly for me. Let me see. Because everything's fucked in the cave right now, so. Let's see here. I'm like, update. Let's see. What are you going to show me now? Okay. Some things went away, and hopefully I'm not clicking things I didn't mean to click, because that would suck. What did I just click? Okay, good. Really not trusting the game right now. And I'm like, don't eat into my fed stuff here. And there's the hostile level 58. All right, we can come back later for that. Anyway, I have no idea how many times we've got. All right. Okay, we're going to flip that. We're doing this. Let's see. All right. Now every spend counts. So, no, I haven't seen it. The Academy. I was watching. I was watching something random last night after stream. Me and Mrs. Russo have been watching some other shows together. But I was thinking about checking it out. I don't know. I could end up liking it. We'll see. Alright. The sandwich is rather good. I was gonna get some alambre, but instead I got this. Look at already French voices. Oh, to have it in dubbed in French. Oh, that sandwich is good. Bat it down. Cloak event. Another cloak of bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, the cloaking thing. Well, in some ways, now with some of that, although they're happy to let you know you're missing out because of course you can spend quickly to get to that level, and they would like you to do that. Also, I think you can spend money to buy advancement. So they create that. They create that. I mean, obviously, if they pulled that with other people, but that's like, I know they bank on people during an arc and during an event weekend being able to. They know just how far they think you can move up, and especially in the low levels, as you know, you can lose fast, especially if you blow a few $100 packs, which is what they want you to do. So while I'm saying it's possible it's a bit of an oversight, it may be more of they are fine with incentivizing people to spend. I mean, it's part of their approach and monetization. But it's of course always annoying if you're trying to do stuff. But they want you to wail harder. Even if they can do something else. Well, right. And if you're if you're not spending and all that, they don't care. They do. It is all about money. I mean, they do want enough players to have popularity. So if you really want to hurt them, I always learned this. Give them a 2-star review on the App Store, not a 1-star, because 1-stars are all the people who are angry, and those get like weeded out. But a 2 counts for weight. So apparently. Plus, we like this game enough to give it 2 stars. I was looking at my sponsorships, and there was another mobile game that was Viking based that I was like, oh, maybe I'm interested in this. I kind of like that sci-fi But I'm like, I don't know. Do I want? Is there a reason to run? I need to run these other epics. I think the answer is no. I mean, there's besides the everyday reason of always running, being in armadas and getting stuff. I wanna hit these Klingon ones instead. And there, so here we can get all the banners to stop. 2.7 billion away from the 15 million. So we're damn close. We're closer than I realized. For that. You see you later still soon. No problem. I'll probably be on a good bit today. So, so you take care. Be well. Thanks again for heads up in Discord. All right. I think they make those different between the battle pass and the fringy. I think they're done a little differently on purpose, but I'm not sure. You notice the Ferengi one usually takes a little longer to finish, so that if you're not paying a lot of attention, you'll be missing some stuff. I think that that's planned. So. Oh yeah, because I'm doing. Don't press those buttons. Thing is, the BP is 350 for the day or for the. They definitely do some shenanigans. Oh yeah, I just unlocked her this morning for today. Non-armada hostile. Equipment again. That might help, and not with what I'm doing, but. Put her in there for the hell of it. I still have some of these guys, so let's go punch a few of them. Just move a little late to level. Ah. Well, there's always reason to it. Some of them definitely take longer to do for the day, and I think that's planned out in some way. They may be shorting us on the weekend because they know people have more time. That's just gonna foreign thing. Mission. Yeah. Here's a what is it? Support. Support, I think. We're like running out of this stuff. I guess tomorrow. Here, let's see. Plug away that shipyard. That'll give us something we can build. Fence platform F is actually under work. Oh yeah. I think that puts us ready to go to 59. Thing. It does. And that'll be a spend on today's spend event that will actually fine with going to 59. Let's pull a thingy. Let's make sure little Spock is in his spot. Make sure if there's anything that goes towards building that is important. Efficiency, buildings. He's on duty, that counts. That's defense platforms, anything. So, ship upgrades, that's always on. Is there another one? I don't think so. Ore cost efficiency for station upgrades. It's probably the ore one right now. Gas station. Crystal. Let's we'll look and see, because I bet it's usually ore. Yeah. Okay, it's all ore, so that makes that cheaper. And then I think I have 100%. No, it's for spares. It's research one. I just have the 25%. All right. Let's pull this trigger. Now, some of these. There you go. I'll have to do these a little later. That might have been all we needed to do. But let's here, let me just cherry pick for a sec. Let's there. Oh, they put faction hunter today, so I'll finish this con mission and then go collect faction. Oh, we got that. Well, hmm. There, I need this stuff anyway, so I don't mind running it a little bit. But I think this one, I think the Gorn one is now. Hmm. Oh, the V'ger trials as a hospital. It's probably the Gorn finish, but let me see. I'll queue up a few and get points. Oh, we gotta look at it. I think I'll ere I send this out to Crystal. I need to mine whatchamacallit, but maybe we wait till the Crystal going tomorrow or whatever. Not sure. Yeah, I didn't have faction hunt, but do I have faction hunt here? We'll have to see. Faction hunt finished battle pass. There's an actual faction hunt, and you have a different battle pass than me, right? I think you have the 51s. Let me see what. Unless, but sometimes they drop shit in that doesn't manifest until a little after the that. I'm having hostile hunts. Of course, I got a million tickets. So. Baby account 51. Yeah, it's probably yeah. Oh, that's true. Um, my music is weird spot today. Um, put it on lo-fi for a minute so I can figure out what I want. I might as well go to that. That'll at least give me points. Towards the feds. One, I'm waiting. I've been waiting for them to run the Klingon ones, but no one's been running Klingon. I can. Well, I can run basic ones. So. Let's look. Over the V'ger event, we just have hostiles. Just making sure they didn't add in an actual faction hunt somewhere. Usually we do. I was thinking I had to or something. We haven't done our wave defenses, although we have 2 days left to do it. Ooh, yeah, a pip. Take a pip. Hmm, this is really good. Now, I got a whole nother half. Probably save it. This is probably lunch. Is the other half of this sandwich. Doesn't have egg on it or anything, so it'll keep a little better. Faction of and I don't know. You'll have to go look. I don't. Wrapping this up. One second, I'm gonna take this stuff back, freeze it up. I think I'll eat that for lunch and just heat that. I'll be on stream and everything. It's tasty, and I don't need to stuff myself. I could eat more, but I don't need to. So I'll be right back. Cockadoodle. I'm back, and looks like Garrick's in the house. Garrick, are you off work? Are you still working? Welcome in. And Garrick's is subscribed at tier 1. Again, subscribed for 8 months. Thank you. That came in, I guess, while I was gone. Thank you very much for the continued support. Sorry I wasn't here for the sound off. Off until Monday. Sorry you're on Monday, but at least you're got a bit. Now you at least get the weekend. All right, let's figure out what we're doing. At least that's true. Traffic will be pretty good. Around here it gets really quiet too. That's true. And it kind of depends. I know you're in healthcare, as am I. It depends on the thing, and like sometimes, like in my stuff, they because we do primarily outpatient, but crisis as well. They have a tendency to think we're closed on days we're not. That's A-okay on me. I wish we could be closed on some of them. So some of the adjacent holiday times can be pretty nice because I think people have life too, and if they're off, why would they bother dealing with lines and waits and stuff like that? But at least that's what I asked, but I don't know. Like the Friday after Thanksgiving, the Fridays after New Year's and Christmas this year, things like that. Feels kind of like a holiday. Just had an incredible torta and agua fresca, which I know you'd be somewhat familiar with. Really nice from this place in the barrio that I get those from. The only place I get them from. They're really good. Only eat half of it, so just put away the other half for lunch. Pretty darn delicious. All right. Need to mine some transition. Start with well, we're low. We might as well go get the better stuff. You get more points with the uncommon, but we need it anyway. Don't distract me by throwing money at me, guys, while I'm doing this. I gotta make sure the chasers don't get me. Checking in with the Thuluk, for those of you playing Dune with us and all that. We're just making sure our bases, shields are all where they need to be and all that stuff. So I think we got about 8 days. 8 days left on the shield. Might need to some stuff. I was trying to figure out. I thought some other stuff had come in for the base backup tools. I was hearing that from some, but then he wasn't able to find them. So I'm like saying maybe we back up some of our lesser bases that we're not using. Like we have the aluminum base and the... Don't kill Mike! Damn it! Damn it. That makes me want to go blow that fucker up. My chaser alone. You know, it's just come back. Wonder if I can get somewhere where that'll come from somewhere where he doesn't get all jerk-wadded. Keeping tabs on your base too. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I ain't got nothing wrong with that. Game's great. I'm just, kicking back a little bit. As you guys know, I've been really enjoying Fallout 76, which to me, those games have a lot of similar bits, but of course they're drastically different. But I'm playing that and go get in there, run my buggy around, get some batteries, keep some stuff running. Pat it down, swing running. The chasers, yeah, exactly. Okay, well, I'll have to pay attention. The guy killing my chaser, I don't think used to that would make him go back up and come after me. So I might be strong enough to not have to care, but I don't want to. I don't want to take down the base. I'm just like trying to be aware of that backup tool because I think like the guild base is kind of a big one because it's going to be really hard the way that tool is working. Get your first Stella. Congrats, Dustin, on YouTube. If I take down the guild base in Dune to like keep it safe, I'm not going to be able to replace it. It's too janky the way I built it into that cliff and around a corner and stuff. I mean, there's technically a way that supposedly it'll work, but where you can, if I can get that place back and say put it back here, if there's all that room, but that's really kind of questionable, I would say. But the little squarer bases, that we have, those should be a lot easier to pack up and drop and stuff like that. At least that's my thought. I'm just looking to make sure. I'm like, is there anybody coming for me? I don't think so, but still extremely foggy here. Eric's probably a little different down where you are. Who knows? Like, really? Like, it was so foggy. And when we got up, I mean, I can see a little better, but it's still like just the across the street is covered in fog. So I'd be able to see stuff, but it's like still covered in a sheet of fog down to the sidewalk level. I'm certainly you can tell it was still cool. Yeah, it's good to have the Stella grind. I mean, you want to do some of that stuff anyway, Dustin. Yeah, looks like Rift Base is going to be that model, not built in any well. Yeah, that whole square or rectangular kind of thing is a lot easier to pack up and then put back down on another place that'll support the square or the rectangle. But obviously that the guild base is a real very authentic. I built it when I first moved there and crossed the way, and then started just building and expanding and expanding. So I'm like, oh, we need to make this real organic. I like it. I do like it actually. But I've been getting a little confused about what's live versus what's on the public test server. So obviously, I go in and play. Just enjoying taking a little bit of a break. I'll hit my 1200 out. Here, I'm going to send you back. Yeah, I don't have. I mean, let's do one epic, but I used all my Used all my rares during the event day, Armada day, which I guess was what, 2 days ago? 2 days on the Coda. So, something like that. Okay. So I know we need to do some waves at some point. I'm wondering if anyone's gonna because I'm here for that. Sure. We're gonna take a look at the tickets. There's not as much stuff to do. We do have Ops 59 come in, but sec here. All right. Well, again, there's some wave defense that can be done between today and tomorrow. That sounds like we're not going to get any more pay today. Defense. Yeah, if we can eke out some more spend, we can get that. At first tier. All right. We're at rank 5. We know that's not. Oh, the hostile hunt is already done. Yeah, I skipped, I guess, one of them. That's one of the things we need to do. From the normal. That's okay. Okay, the domination and the Gorn one are done from yesterday. We need to do the recruiting thing. The kills are done. So just recruits. I have some bits, so here, let's look. While repairing things, go to the event store and look at those ship parts. This has been right. Yes, we're gonna buy the max. I think because I tiered up the relativity, it actually reset how much I could get from the store because I had bought some and then it reset again, which is cool. And then I was gonna buy some GS31 stuff with my remainers, and then we'll buy Revenant stuff as well, needed. Depends on what I run out. There's go to one of these stores and tell you what's going. You're not giving me more. You're giving me just a little. I'm gonna cash that in because we have been spending. I unlocked Carol, woke Carol, and I'm trying to get, not her, yeah, trying to unlock the Josh. No, I have unlocked the Josh. I was trying to unlock Mazria. I bought like 20 chests on her during the event. Level up my 50 on my special ships. Garbage scout, so I'm gonna buy parts for that mostly. Yeah. I mean, there's other things I could spend on it. Typically, I do the officers, but It's less, I don't know, it feels a little different now. I don't think I can kill one of these, but I was like, let me shoot it and see. No, it's still there. Mm-hmm. Seems like I should have been able to kill that, right? It only has 81 left. Now I'm like, oh yeah, 180. There you go. That makes sense. Ooh, okay. Oh, I can always jump this one. I guess my chaser is safe. I thought if you killed the chaser, another one came. I mean, that's the way it used to work. Maybe it was done just the right way. I don't know. We'll do some V'ger. Silence, the toughest ones, but I use the same crew. Anyway, don't matter. Where is, okay, hold, wait, is Janeway on? There's the Janeway, or at least part of it. And we'll do Janeway prep. We'll find him. Let's get those people from. Now, since the Coda event is over, or is just at spin, so even though like I've got stuff and I don't think I have anything that actually will spend. That one does. Okay, so we'll do that one, the one that spends uncommon, because that contributes towards spend. But that was good. Although, I was gonna say one of these. Um, oh yeah, that's what it is. Here. What I'm seeing is in the challenge track, so you can get Excelsior, which is free to play. But right now, I can get GS 31 parts daily instead of Excelsior, and of course, you can see Serene Squall, Reliant, and more, things. But this actually is pretty useful for me because, like, right now, I'm like, I don't care about I don't care about the Excelsior that much right now, but I like the GS31 is more of a payoff, and these things I can kind of do it slowly. Some of these things eventually the Reliant or the Squall is gonna pop up in, like, probably the Reliant will pop up in a store at some point, and I'll be able to start finishing it off if I haven't already gotten it, or in the Incursion store. Okay, if my server ever wins Incursions, we do every 5 or 6 times or something. So that's been positive. I'm just looking here. So I got no red pips, so it's throwing me off. I'm like, I didn't do any of this stuff. We got to do officers. Okay, interceptor parts, battleship parts, every parts. These are. It's really just giving you this. So I'm pushing on. There's for the pot. These guys, where I do need these people leveled up more. This helps push with the normal. Parts. I mean, yeah. It reminds me before I go do my ship parts, which I'm gonna forget, is to go pull the ship parts from the export store. I'm doing these because Syndicate XP, and of course it just gives me more of those guys. Okay, so I gotta watch because I'm getting slowing down. Yeah, we took care of some of the. Oh yeah, we can. Oh, we only have one ticket, so let's buy these. There's this wall. That one's moving along a little more consistently than the Dauntless. There we go. Yes, I will take more garbage cow parts. Now, I mentioned to the faction before we pull this and buy that parts like I do. There we got Alliance tournament coming up. Who need these people? Oh yeah. No. I always like save it for the Alliance tournaments, but then I'm like saving my healing potions in MMOs, and then I never play with them. Okay. Let me see. This I probably will be saving. I don't remember if there's speed, not a bad thing. these storms would be. Not time to buy the relativity stuff yet. Things got a little off. It is time to buy the parts. Cool. Hey Garrick, you still around? Still listening? Stepped away. Didn't you say you had like somebody at work who was gonna like try to play Dune? Weren't they gonna check out the Dune? I think it was over the Christmas holiday stuff. Did somebody come in? Did they join our server? Do we need to, or did they not get into that, or whatever? Yeah. Didn't know we need to be bringing somebody into the guild or helping somebody out. I'm eventually going to go back and play some too. Head done or on your Klingon. They did, but I keep forgetting to ask who still wants to play last login. Oh, 25. Okay, so got to play a little on Christmas Day. Your last login or his last login? You said you've been checking my base, so you've probably been on. We're not giving up Dune. We're just his like gotcha. Just taking a pause moment. There's a lot of stuff and obviously I get a little into the kick stuff, but we got a bunch of stuff coming out in Dune. Yeah, that'll be cool. I was just I didn't mind taking a few weeks off of running the same types of things for the Landsrad. That is part of what they're reworking anyway. Invite to guild button doesn't seem like it working. Yeah, it might not, or maybe it sends it to me or something. That's a lot. Hey, I don't know what it does. But yeah, if your friend's playing, we can certainly get them in the guild. Yeah, I don't think it does work, but I think other people at lower levels do have it. You got to do the maintenance run bases. Yeah, I don't know if Cthulhu paid people's taxes or not. He was on recently. Ugh. Certainly nothing wrong with getting back in and playing. That could happen some this weekend even. Right now I'm like as you guys know, I'm kind of on a progression grind on Fallout 76 right now that I'm enjoying. Yeah, yeah. The taxes aren't too bad for anybody. I don't think that. I think that's why when one of us goes, we often pay for most everyone else. Okay, let's see where this is. Lands red this week is all green and nothing to claim. A few weeks ago, I collected for about 90% of the factions. Very cool. Yeah, and I know they're doing I didn't make any video. They're doing that the revamp with part 3, the big expansion is going to really change the way the land we're at. So it's probably going to get like more interesting for us, which I'm certainly interested in. 65 to and I like the lands we're at, as I've talked about it, and you know, I know you've gotten into it too. You check Texas too. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. It's just like we gotta look out for each other. I'm not giving up on that game or anything. I still think it's wonderful. Um, just needed a little bit of a break. So, and wanted to do some other stuff, and I'm having some fun. Having some fun with Star Trek Fleet Command again after like a year or more. Um, has been fun to do, and then watching the Fallout show. I get like that. Watch the Fallout show. I've never lost my love for Fallout 76. I used to play a ton before I became a streamer, and I was always like, I wish I could stream that. I'd like to stream that sometime. Now is that time. But a game like Fallout 76 scratches a similar itch that Dune Awakening does, and vice versa. Survival-y, story-y, MMO light kind of thing. Although the survival is really toned down in Fallout, so but it's got that whole Fallout kitsch, which I love. Really like the Fallout lore and the Fallout kitsch. Even Mrs. Rooster's like, yeah, I like that. She has the game, so I'm just trying to create a character. I haven't got to get her when she has free time, when she's not doing all her things. She's doing like some kinds of historical sewing and costumery classes and stuff right now, like all day today, different ones. It's very industrious and crafty, that one. So. Did we just get it? There we did. All right. Hello, Raj. Welcome in on YouTube. Thanks for being there. Make sure you subscribe over there on YouTube. And this treasury thing. Yeah, I'm shy. Let's see. I don't need to kill any more of those. Remember? Okay, let's look. So, get used to going here. Yes, that unlock, and that's those challenge credits. Should have. I gotta wait. I wouldn't have wanted to buy the double thing. So, give me so that's 3 more pulls of that off that. So that I'm liking. Oh yeah, ship parts. Let's refine now that we bought all the stuff. I think knowing that there's such big changes kind of coming for Dune, that can be for me. That can be a little problem. Not as in it's bad, but if I'm kind of like hurry up and give me those changes, kind of like I'm waiting to enjoy that. It makes me enjoy less some of the other stuff. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm waiting for that. I don't want to play that. I want to wait. I want to play with the new mechanic or whatever. Let's go get our freebooters. Hmm. Dog's still really impressive. I can just barely see the grass that's on the ground across the street. I mean, I can see it. I know it's there, and I can see that there's leaves on it, but it's like worse than the other one a few weeks ago or during Christmas week or so. That was really bad. I had to drive to work to it, which was scarier, even though I enjoy. I'm fascinated by heavy fog. So, um, all right. One of my original house sweaters, a much lighter one than a little more breathy, but it feels like the heat's cranking it now. So, what is the heat's probably not cranking any more than it's normally set to. But of course, I am in this room. I can always crack the window. Then I'll get cold. Burnt butter biscuits, welcome in. How you doing? Hola, que tal? So, yeah, normal. But I can easily just open up some of that fresh, moist air. I'll have to turn on the little space heater to fight it, which is kind of Dad. Dad gonna come in. Are you raising a barn? Kind of a California. You can get away with it in California differently than you can in other places I've lived. I used to drive when we had the convertible, which we got rid of our convertible. We had to change cars as part of the adulting and all that because convertible was, well, the convertible wasn't keeping the rain out, so it was time, and it was already like 13, 14 years old. So, oh, that was enough. That must be anyway. But sometimes you'd go around when it was like just a little too cool for it, but nice enough. You put the top down, you put the heat on at your feet and stuff, and it would actually be comfortable. We created a tradition for a few years at Christmas. We would take the convertible because I used to have an SUV, and that's how I would get the Christmas tree at Christmas from like the nursery or something. Back when we got full-sized ones and all that are fuller-sized ones. And so we took the convertible, put the top down, bundled up, so we could put it in the back seat, sticking out, and just drove home. We did that a few years in a row. It just kind of became a California Christmas tradition. It tells you it's not very cold here. You know, if I can do that even for just a 20-minute drive. Okay, that's probably way more. Because we're gonna get 53 million. No, hit the wrong button. Bring those things in. Except for some away team. Let's go after that. It's actually our appropriate grouping. I mean, I only have 2 Novas. What about you, Biscuits? I have 2. Although I think, well, we're going to get, soon enough, we're going to probably be able to get a cell key. I mean, we're just going into 59, so you can't get it, I think, till 61, but, 2. Down here up north, right? Christmas, but in North Carolina, 66 degrees. Making a few days ago. Yeah, it's actually, I mean, warmer than we're getting, but we get a weird Mediterranean climate, but I hear you. Yeah, just 2 Novas. I've enjoyed them. I've got one maxed, and the other one is, I think I just got it to, ready to tear up. It's ready to tear to 11. I was doing part of the spin event with it. These are very helpful. And I finally got one of them, the roach. That's what I call the cockroach. Bend a little there if I need it. This thing. I've got with a boosting crew, the Bachor, and getting it. I've got it max tiered so that it can get to the majority of the places where I go to farm the stuff I need with the Novas. That way it can go in and be, it's like the slow overnight miner and does it. And then the Novas can run in and get stuff. Occasionally the Novas have to go up a little higher. I think the G5 nodes are getting more competitive and harder to find pre-nodes since so many are G5. Oh, I've actually found them, like, look, there's an open one. I found them a lot easier. It was more like the beginner G5 nodes are a pain in the ass, like Bane and Drowman and the two versions everywhere else. Been real annoying, which is why I wanted to push up so I could get here like Claire and Bilge. A lot of times I can find stuff here. People don't bother me. If I forget for an hour in the middle of the night, I don't get killed. I don't even get messaged most of the time. So I can grab them, and having the Novas be able to get there, and then having this ship can get, I don't think it can get, I guess it can get there, but that's, that can push up, so it can do some stuff. I don't always mine as much as I should, but like I've been mining gas because I need to mine all 3. But since I'm just waiting to push my faction up, Fed only faction, we're trying to get 2.6 billion, and then we'll lock it. Then I can go back to doing all 3 things. That'll kind of bring it back in because I'll be getting stuff. Oh, what's there? Yeah. I'm a G-Finder is max tier, but only 2 can get higher than those first 2 systems, so the tech and the Grush. Yeah, I've got Grush, and I might have, something. I had to think about what I was doing and kind of play around with it and test. Oh, I got little Scotty on there with Grush, and that's getting them just far enough so this thing can get far enough to be useful when I find something in the less populated areas of G5 with the Novas. And then this one can come sit on it for a long time if needed. Yeah, Scotty is what Scotty with Grush is making the difference here. So for the longest time I wasn't doing that, and then I had Grush on one of the Novas, and then I'm like, wait a minute, let's think this through. And then so now I've got it working in a good place for me. It's a lot easier for me to find nodes these last 6 months. But I mean, people are going into, they're in G6 and G7. That helps because that gets rid of a lot of the people. Because it used to be a lot worse. But also, I am coming from the land when G3 was the highest we had. Oh, next year G with no extras and get to the 3rd system with the tech. Gotcha. Yeah, I grew up in this game before we had armadas. and and when all we had was G3, and that was friggin' Wild West. We were fighting wars and retaliation and all the time. Armada's coming soon. That's right. Nova and Grush on a G4 miner can both get to the 4 system. There you go. Yeah, and that's where I'm getting it. And the little Scotty's just giving me the thing for something I hit. It just made it work just right. But it works because I got the 3 miners, and so when I am doing all 3 things or whatever, I can use the Nova as long as it's being able to bring the small to G4 miner to catch. Now I'm currently trying to build up the I know the 5th miner systems exist. Oh yeah, they do exist. Because with my Novas I can get to all of them. So if this is 1 and 2, then this is 3 and 4. If the way we're kind of going, this is 5. And then there's nothing here, but then you can go over here and is it here? Oh, 6. Like 7. Not here. 6 and 7. Yeah, not here. So then you go way over here. So you either go there or way over there. At least in this system, and there's some other slight variations. Yeah, there's more in the gas side. I think there's a little less in like the crystal side. Laid out a little differently. But yeah, so I learned by pushing my Novas up there. But then when all I had was one ship that could get there, I wanted to keep the node. Like I might keep a node for a week if we're just doing normal stuff, and I know events are coming and all that. I'm just like I just want to keep farming this, and so being able to bring the miners out there, because I can't get the little miner all those places. But the other Nova can then at least let me swap them and stuff like that. And then the Bachor is the slow miner, fast enough to be there, but slow enough to mine for like 12 hours or something so I can sleep. 60s and 70s also mining in the lower G5s. Again, well, it could be. I mean, again, you can convert. I don't know. Let's think about the crystal. I don't know. I'm just starting to get epic G5 in my refinery as a slow drip. So this gets you send mine before work and they mine all day. Yeah, because you kind of want to be able to do that. Or if you have a work day where on a break you'll be able to like send something and flip them or something. But that's about it. Let me see. I'm gonna go get some more transigen. Another miner because that one's fresh. So do that. And the Novas do an okay job for the uncommon and common transigen. Low cargo and yeah. And again, the Novas have been good. I mean, they're expensive, but they've been good for having something you can spend on during spend events. Like I'm getting close on I was pushing and doing the refinery trade out. All right, let's see. Where's it gonna be? Be sure biscuits, be sure to follow and all that stuff. Check out the YouTube as well. Oh, missing YouTube. We're live streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now. And stop. Okay. There we go. I'll be there long enough to blow up. So alright. Need this stuff anyway. Oh yeah, I do have that. Oh. Look, I'm getting epics. Yay. All 5 of them. 30 of them. All right. Parts is done for the moment. All right, this one. We're going to go back and build up the Reliant or the G31. The Fed shipped the next interceptor after Hagta. One's the Hagta. There's this battleship thing, the Northcut destroyer. There's your Hagta. I skipped that one. Oh wait, there's this. Oh, Hagta's there, and then yeah, then there's the Fortune. Yeah, probably the Northcut here. We'll show it. I'm getting a lot closer. I skip a lot of ships now, which, well, some of those just I don't have anything to spend anymore. So probably that's a destroyer. This whole destroyer thing. Yeah, I want to collect, and I don't mind. I don't mind the concept. More about I'm thinking about getting all two or three of the G5 epics, but anyway, let's go here. Let's do this because those don't need to be claimed. Do I have stuff, or did I already do it? I already did that. I can get 150 million from here. This has been real good. So the wave, doing the wave defenses and stuff, so I can run this beast. And then, of course, pulling the DTI Fed Klingon Romulan when I have it. There you go. Hagta and Tribune still working on Enterprise. Yeah, I just got the Tribune at that level. I'm still trying to max that one out because I moved up too fast, and so the Pylum and the Tribune aren't maxed out like I would like them to be, and it's a lot harder to get the parts once I went to G5. A lot harder. A lot harder. So I don't really even use them that much, but I still want to see them complete just because that's how I used to play. Oh, we're out of juice here. So I have to go run and kill him. You got Dauntless. I don't have Dauntless yet. That's one of my Dauntless and Squall and all that because I took away from the game and haven't been grinding as much. So I've been trying to get a little bit of the Dauntless. Let's see here. All right, let's look here. GS31 has another part. Oh, will help it stay alive. Yeah, let's see. They're not. None of them are going to give me towards the spend event, so I don't need to be conflicted. There we go. Ow. Just let me see here. Got it down. Klingon is done. There you go. Let me take a quick streamer break. I'll pop back over momentarily. I'll put the kettle on for tea or something. I don't think I need to keep drinking coffee. I'm gonna upset my stomach. Be right back. Cockadoodle. All right. Back. I got the kettle running. Make some tea a little later. Yes, biscuits for the aggregate hostels. Yeah. I just haven't, I don't usually have to run them very often. So, like, it's that day. I can probably run them. Let me see. Is she free? I don't know if I'll have enough defense. We could try some aggregates with this. And then here, do that. Just bring a pylon class for the loot. Oh, the loot. That's true. We could do that. I'm trying to think if well, I need to look at my pylon. Anyway, the loot bonus is helpful. I'm just wondering if I'll stay. How alive I'll stay. I'm on pylon. See, it's near max, but see how long it takes me. That might work. I think I've been using, usually I think I use Sanctus, which doesn't have the loot thing, but one of the nice things. I do also have the Explorer one, the Klingon one, which I forget because I'm working on. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hold on. Okay, well, let's just see what this does. Wait, I got this Carol girl today. Did she do that in this part of what she does? Uncommon rare and epic loot drop by augment hostiles. Increase. He should be on the side. And then we can put something else beefy. Yeah, the guy with the goggles is there. Now we can, I think the doctor may be available, so I could throw him down there too, and that'll help as well. Plus, he does something. Not for that one. She's on the side. We're not doing that. This is, well, the only question is how well are they going to live? Where is? Because I think Doc's free for the moment. Yes, and he is also going to give me loot. So, all resources, 30% on top. So, augment. Oh gosh, where am I going? Oh no, I'm going to augment. That is where. Which one is it? Because I'm going to the con space. Yeah. For the Oh, you're talking about the other thing. I was talking about the Reliant. I thought you were referencing that versus the because I'm about to go into the augment base. The other, I used my Sanctus on in the Finicus. I got a Finicus, and then it's gonna be a ways on that dot. I get the 2. I don't get them every day, but I try to get them at least 5 days a week, something like that. Again, it's just, there's a lot of grind, so that's the kind of thing that can get me down. All right, we're gonna go here. We'll try the pylon on this, but let's try here. We'll probably do it for G4. What I usually do is go in and we'll go in a mirror and get the G4, and I'll use the pylon at that level in the mirrors side. Yeah, you can't do it all in a day. That's the kind of thing. So it's kind of getting your groove. But I don't. The G4 parts, I want them, but I don't need them. At my tier, they don't pay nearly as well in a spend event. So it's more like I do them periodically, and try to keep trying to get things boosted. And I buy the export parts and things like that. But they're a lot harder to get because you don't get a steady drip of them once you go to G5. So that creates that problem. That dauntless, you don't have to do it. Well, I am mining my Finicus, or the Finicus system. That's a tough system for those guys, though. So I probably don't have the right peoples. Let's see here. I'm in augment, so they're gonna try to kill me. Right? Something's gonna want to kill me, and I'm gonna have to go send it away. You only had it for 2 days. Gotcha. Okay, where is it? Where's the? There he is. Okay, let's get away. Hold on. Tied up in. They're down. I'm assuming low, higher, lows. Yeah, there's. Yeah, and that's part of the thing. Is kind of the unintended consequences of some of your leveling, my leveling, and all that. I pushed up, and then I wasn't done with things I wanted to do. Lost kill event. Yeah, and I'll do it like here heck. I just like to go do it in the mirror system because again, even grinding the G4 parts gives faction not as much as the 5, but I don't mind doing that. What do we get? Yeah, we are getting a lot. Now that we have Carol on there and the Pylum and all that, and I don't think I've used the Pylum for this because I get enough. I don't, but yeah, we'll be at. This is only goes to 1.12 because I think the Songtooth goes to 1.9 million currently, so it's kind of like whatever. But it's gonna be fast. We're already half full. And you're gonna let me click. There you go. Exo for max card? Probably. I barely use exos. I use them for building and research and for rep gain. And occasionally, I don't need them anymore for a lot of the solo armadas I do and stuff like that. So that's kind of the thing. Plus, because when they have a system that you forget enough, like, wait, no, the exo buffs like have to be put on before. They did notice something ship buffs were going to be available after the maintenance without having to redock. I'm wondering if that's going to affect the exos. They didn't use the word exos, so I'm wondering. The amalgam exo. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I don't need it to complete my dailies, so I don't always. There's so much to do. There's so much you can do. I don't cloak. I haven't done that in like, I don't know, 2-3 years. Done the cloak and kill thing. I don't do the Mantis Zing Stinger anymore. I used to do that all the time a few years ago. So yeah, I don't worry about getting too many of the points unless what I'm getting is feeding to what I'm working on. Once I get it, I do the Federation ones to get the Fed points because I'm bringing the Fed up. Do the others export because I want to get the export credits even if I'm done with my dailies. Try not to forget that. I want to get my square bongos from away team, so I do an away team. Are we full? We're full. All right, well, we're full. Well, that was quick. But where this ship can still be useful, that's not a bad thing to do. All right, come on home. Bring him home. Mantis Venom. Go explore lower systems. I used to zing with the Mantis a couple of years ago or something on the daily. They're about to put the Mantis. I don't even use the Mantis anymore, but they're about to put supposedly according to Rev, the Mantis was going into the independent archives. And we just maxed mine out when we heard that. But let's see. But yeah, I've stopped using those things because it's like I do mine the normal 5-star stuff. No, it's not already. He said it was going to be in the independent archives when the Meridian did. He said Meridian and Mantis going, Mantis first. Meridian came first. So I think it's the next one. So it's not there yet. I am all up in that. Once you can retire those things, it's great because you get the stuff you don't have. That's one more grind that I was not doing, but I'm starting to get the bonuses from. If I had already given up on the grind, so that's kind of good. Okay, now, yeah, because there's too many loops, and of course since they add a ship almost every other arc as part of their monetization, bid you over and get you to spend. There's a new grind and a new ship. they constantly have to retire these ships and get rid of the loops because they need you to have the time. At least they need you to believe you have some time to do it. There's plenty of stuff that I'm just like, I don't know. All right, let's look. I bought some more relativity stuff, and it looks like I can do something. Do any of them have... That one has a spin, so we're going to do that one. That's during spin event. That one does not. Most of these... That one does, but we're nowhere close for that. So, all right, so let's get that one. Boom. There goes that relativity. All right. Stop worrying about current arc, but this arc I can actually kill the V'ger stuff. So, yeah, once they changed the V'ger to where I could get it done, I was just trying to get one of them. The one where there's one where you could kill one thing in the beginning instead of the 10, and you'd get one of them done. So I was content with that, but now that they changed it, I can get both of them done in the day. I don't have the third one because I don't have that ship, and we won't have that anytime soon. So, and that's been fine, and it's giving me GS31 parts instead of working on the Excelsior ship, which to me is actually worth more at the moment. So like here, Q's challenge, I only recently started doing those again on Tuesdays. Fortification, I need to do a little bit of, because I forgot, my ship's not maxed. I don't do these. I do an away team every day, or try to. I don't cloak. I will mine when I'm not working on other things. And we got that in there. So let's look. One thing I forgot to look at is I'm trying to max out the first jelly for eventual scrapping. And of course, doing it during spend events, so no, what about this? No. Which is also why I'm not working on, where's that ship? There, that thing. Coronar, that's what it was. Haven't been in here in ages. And then when I realized they were starting to use some of the same parts, I had to do something about it. Anyway, okay. So we got our dailies are done. Everything except the way we got our challenge track updated. We're mining a couple of nodes of uncommon transigen. This thing has hours on that, so maybe good. I think we haven't done any wave defenses, but remains to be seen. Chronicle Ascendant is just if we have stuff we can spend on to boost, which we could probably get. Well, don't have a lot of things we can spend materials on. Outposts we don't care about. Ticket event upgrades. Oh, I don't have any squalls. I'm still trying to unlock it. Again, I was not playing. I was in a maintenance mode with this game for the last year, maybe a little more, year and a quarter. And I kind of slowly stopped streaming it. I made my name as a Star Trek Fleet Command streamer. And I was streaming Scopely's other game too, way back when. And then I slowly drifted away in the last 2 years. So, but then I came back and was actually having some fun trying free to play. We gotta do ticketed eventing. Oh, transporter patterns, of which I have 1,070,000 of. We can spend to boost, but I know I have like Dezox ready to level up, and I was like, sit on him for that ticket. Good look. Are you following you for some reason? So yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I don't recognize his name. Make sure you exclamation YouTube, subscribe over on YouTube too. We're live there right now.